Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola, from the west side. Hey, Tom, thank you for the super chat. Happy Friday. Thank you, bro. All right, let me get myself together. I am sorry I'm a little late, y'all, but I was at rehearsal for a movie that I'm in. Movie script. And we literally got out of rehearsal like 10 minutes before I was supposed to go live. So I appreciate it, Tom. Thank you so much. So I had to get myself together to come on with y'all. I am drinking a little wine tonight. Got a little Pinot Grigio here. But yeah, this new movie that I'm going to be in. Now, I was in the stage play for this movie. But it's going to be different for film because when you do plays, a lot of times you're able to like play and kind of overemphasize certain things, but on film you can't do it that way because your character will look like a caricature of a real person. And so this character that I'm playing in this movie is a woman who used to be a fat girl. And she used to be a fat girl, but she had, lap band surgery. And so now she's a skinny woman, but she's not skinny up here. And so I have to play this role of a woman who, in order to stay, small, has some eating disorders going on. Never had a eating disorder, and I've never been a fat girl. So, yeah, I have to come out of myself to play this role. But I played
a heroin addict in another movie. I've never done heroin either. So it's been a interesting week, offline and online. Online stuff on YouTube has been interesting. So last night, while I was minding my business in these YouTube streets, I ran across a video where a content creator was dragging another content creator by their lady parts. Yes, this was a woman dragging another woman by her lady parts. And why was she doing this? Well, allegedly, she was doing it for a man. Not her man, just a man who's a content creator. So let me put this into context. I'm not gonna say said content creator who did this stuff last night, because we're not gonna give her any shine on this. But she was doing this crap for Storm Monroe. And that Vaughn man who allegedly was shot this week. But, you know, Storm said he allegedly wasn't. Okay. And she was dragging Chelsea Alana by her lady parts. And rightfully so, her video was removed by YouTube for bullying. Now, let me just say this about Storm, okay? Storm is not a stupid man, okay? He has a master's degree. He's a psychology guy, okay? But we can all agree that he's a freaking user. He got what he needed out of Tasha K for free, and he's moved on. And you know, anytime he gets a chance to say something negative that has anything to do with Tasha, he does. Okay. So this female content creator, all the stuff that she was saying about Chelsea, I had to think about where the hell she got that information from. Because she was talking about Chelsea when she was living in the residence with Storm in the jailbird Vaughn. And, you know, you have to wonder, what kind of man who's not with a woman would talk about her lady parts and have that conversation with another woman? What kind of man does that kind of stuff? And what kind of foolish female on this platform is running around here windmilling for Storm Monroe? Oh wait, only this fool, only her. She's the only one doing it. Now, we've recently been, seeing Storm hanging out with Sinji. Now, I'm just trying to figure out who is this benefit, that alliance. Because, let me see, Sin's around 100 100,000 subscribers. She's somewhere in the 100,000 subscriber lane, and Storm is somewhere in the 200,000 subscriber lane. But he has lost some of his subscribers, since he turned on Tasha. Guess not as many people as he thought had a problem with Tasha. But anyway, this whole situation was just kind of trashy instead of classy. Like the homegirl thought she was being, dragging Chelsea. Which is why I'm not going to say her name. Because, girl, do you have your kids back yet? Do you have any of your children? Are they, or now I know that you're, or are they with other people? Is your, I think only one of your kids is a minor. Yeah. But, yeah, I didn't see any kids when you were, walking around your place last night before your video got snatched. I'm thinking you need to worry about your situation, instead of being out here trying to talk to the chicks. Because, girl, that didn't work. And who cares if Chelsea only has like 3,000 subscribers? She's been here, less than a year. And that's good for less than a year. Especially, you thought she was going to blow up because of that raggedy ass makeup? I don't think so. And she wasn't trying to either, even though I'm sure that's what you thought was going on. She was being young and dumb. She's moved on. She's living her best life. And here's the thing. Why did you get so mad about her saying that you had sheets up in your background? Who cares? Because now you done got flagged by YouTube. On 2 channels, girl. You in trouble on 2 channels. On 2 of your channels, you're in trouble. Go sit down. Go sit down. I'm sure there's something else you could be talking about besides this. You're out here talking about the fact that Chelsea got some lap-band surgery negative. She got the lap-band surgery. She worked out and lost the weight that way. Leave that little girl alone. Hey, Miss Mahogany. Leave that little girl alone. You're not getting the proper reaction that you want. Everybody's talking about what you did, but none of us are saying your name. So we're not letting you get any shine on this. You're getting no shine on this, homegirl. Like I said, you need to be worried about the fact that you don't have your child, your minor child, because of your own antics. Going in and out of jail. That part. That part. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to go over to this other subject. It's just, I'm telling you, y'all cracking me up with this better class of woman conversation. Because, I don't know, reborn. I guess you're, reformed or reborn from your, your trashy or this classy way, whatever it is. But girl, you're still dealing with the consequences of some actions that you had recently, like within the last 10 years, but yet you're on here telling other women about how they're dressing and how that makes them look. It's just judgy. And when you ain't the one should be doing it. Now see, me, who is not judgmental on here, never been to jail, okay, and ain't been to no Freaknik, or I was probably too old for that stuff by the time it came up, because I am older than y'all. Okay. And I got married in my 20s, so yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot of time for wild ways. I wasn't out there hopping from peen to peen. None of that. I'm not a baby mama. The one child I had within the sanctity of a marriage. And once I was divorced, we weren't out there having any more babies. Okay. Now, as far as how I dress, I always dress the way that I want to. Okay. Not a conservative woman. Obviously, I'm sitting here with purple dreads in my hair. So at almost 60. So I'm not that woman. But yeah, I still will show a little skin. I'm still not going to be walking around with a skirt down to my ankles. The only time you're going to see me in a skirt down to my ankles is if, I don't know, yeah, I'm at church. Maybe then it's appropriate, but if I'm out and about, I'm going to be me. And I'm going to wear clothes that fit. And clothes that make my figure look good. It's not my fault. I can wear whatever I want. It's not. And I'm not going to apologize for it. And I wish somebody would try to imply that anything about me, because I don't know. Let's see. Let me think about this. Now, I think they were doing some shaming of. They tried to shame, Bomb Cherry because having, because she's, been in the sex industry, the sexual entertainment industry, doing scam stuff. Okay. Well, I've told you guys many times, that back in the day, I did the phone. I was like a girl 6, before you had all this computer stuff, when you actually had to sit in some place and do these calls. And then even, when it first moved to homes, and I did recordings and all of that stuff. But I was never on camera. I never did any of that, if you were hearing any noises, I was very inventive, very inventive, as most of those women are that are on the phone with you, But I never lied about what I looked like. Well, if they needed you to be blonde hair and blue eyes, yeah, then maybe, But I got the guys that were looking for a fantasy with a melanated woman, and generally. The funny thing was, it was melanated men. But that was a long time ago. I'll have to tell y'all about those days when I used to do that stuff. Those girls make good money though doing that, because there's a lot of y'all that are lonely men. And especially the ones who do the overnight. Yeah, that's when I made. That's when you make the good money, overnight. In the wee hours, you have all the lonely men who would be calling in, spending all their money. Yeah, that part. Our job was to keep them on the phone as long as we could, and you could keep them on the phone a long time. And most of the time, it was not a sexual conversation, even though I'm sure that's what the world thinks is. But let me just tell y'all something. And I'll probably be more open about this over in the Purple Diva Den. But let me just say this. The majority of the conversations were not that kind. They would ask questions about you, because they were lonely. Some of them just wanted somebody to talk to. Sometimes I was in person because I had that kind of voice. I had that voice because I was definitely just a voice on the phone. That's all I was doing. And this was way back in the day. And I was a church girl when I was doing this stuff. Thank God it was just on the phone. Like I couldn't do nothing past that. And just doing that, I could tell y'all some stories. And I didn't do it for that long. It was long enough for it to traumatize me about some stuff. Let me just say that. Traumatize me about some stuff. Yeah. Because some of these DL men, they start with phone stuff, and they want trans on the calls and stuff. It was quite interesting, the request some people made. Hey, Jack. Special. Drop the E for that special veterans discount. Jack's coming in the chat being funny. But here's my thing. This whole conversation around better woman, being better class of woman, I'm still really confused about what the heck you guys are talking about. Because, I'm sorry, how you dress, how a woman dresses hasn't got a goddamn thing to do with the class of woman that they are. I'm not sure what it is that they're trying to convey. Now, there's some things that I wouldn't be caught dead in because it's not my style. I really keep thinking it's just about how people, you're judging people based on what they wear. Because this younger generation, like us, when we were younger, they wear certain things. Now, the styles today are very different from what they were when I was young. Like, I was in my 20s, in the 80s, and 90s. So, yeah, that would have been a very different time, different styles, and we weren't really wearing clothes that were practically no clothes back then. But if you've noticed, a lot of what these younger girls wear is really influenced by the culture. And what I mean by that is they're wearing the kind of stuff that you used to see women wearing in videos. You know, for on stage. They're dressing like the way you see women dressed in strip clubs. So I think that's what the issue is that you don't like the style of dress that they wear. But what women wear, if they choose to dress sexy, you know, I mean, some of the sexy dressing may not be sexy to some women. It may look trashy to some women, but to each his own. And he who is without sin, may he cast the first stone. I don't see nobody out here doing all this talking about a better class of women who has any right to be having that conversation. You ain't been what it is that you're striving to be long enough to be able to have that conversation with younger women. Now, if you've been, you know, like this since you were younger, that's different. But see, here's the thing. You know, you say that you're not religious, you're not in church or whatever, all that stuff. But what you're saying sounds like church talk. It sounds like what the church mothers say to the younger people in church. And yeah, we might not agree with the fashions of today, and some of the stuff that some of these women wear might be too much for you, but it's how they want to dress. And who are you to tell anybody about how they need to dress? You know, if they want to show their butt cheeks, let them show their butt cheeks. Okay? You know, because they're in their 20s showing their butt cheeks. They're not in their 40s showing their butt cheeks. Most of them are. You know? Yeah, there's plenty of things, you know, that I would have worn when I was, you know, younger. I still wear my shorty shorts. You know? But when I'm wearing my shorty shorts, I usually have like a little duster or something, you know, that's longer than them. So you're not looking at my ass. And seeing all these long legs, you know, and it's because I'm a woman of a certain age. And even though I still have the body and everything to wear certain things, at the age that I'm at, certain things I'm just not going to wear. And see, that's the thing. You have to allow people to grow into that. You have to allow younger people to grow into that. You cannot force that on them before they are ready. You know? Because most of us, when we were younger, couldn't nobody tell us nothing. Couldn't nobody tell me what to do. Couldn't nobody tell me how to dress. I dressed the way that I wanted to. Now, obviously, when I'm at work, it's a whole different thing. But that's different now where you have younger people. I mean, you know, they're tatted up, they're pierced up, and all of that comes to work with them. It's not like it was when we were younger. Heck, when I got my nose pierced, forget about all these earrings. Nobody care about all that, you know, all the ears. But when I got my nose pierced, my mom almost, had a stroke over that because I worked in corporate America. I worked in corporate America. But you know how I felt about it? I was like, look, if having this little teeny look, y'all can barely see, unless I put a hoop in my, put a ring, people can't see that my nose is pierced most of the time. And that's my point. But if I was going to lose my job over having my nose pierced, then obviously that probably wasn't a company for me. But again, I'm not overboard with what can be seen, okay? But that has to do with the fact that I worked in corporate America and I had enough sense to know that certain things about my self-expression couldn't be expressed at work. So, most of my tats are covered up, and I got a lot of them, but I don't have no sleeves going on. I don't have no tats on my neck or any place where, crazy that it could, be seen in a workplace. And I work from home now. It's the purple hair. If I was working in an office, my braids would not be purple. I would probably, have the regular one with the ends being purple. I would do that. I probably wouldn't have the purple that I always wear in my hair. I can even tell you that the one time that whenever I've had to go into the office, like, since I've been working for the employer that I have now, working remotely, I've changed my hair up when I went to the office. The two times that I've gone to the office, both times was when I got a promotion, and went to a different position. So I would have to go into the office for training. And both times, I took out my purple hair before I went into the office and changed my hair to, I think the last time I went to the office, I think I took my braids out completely. I didn't even have braids in my hair. I just was wearing my hair. Yeah, the last time I went into the office. And then the time before that, I think my hair was in braids, but I changed it to, like I was wearing human hair braids. Yeah. I haven't worn the human hair braids in a long time because, yeah. Wearing a human hair wig is one thing. And, but when I weaved and when I braided human hair into my hair, I had to pray over that hair before I put that hair in my head because it was touching my own hair, which is part of my essence. And, I know people may not believe this, but, there can be like spirits in that hair. And I'm talking about all that hair out there that people are buying. If you're putting human hair in your hair, you better pray over that hair before you put that hair in your head. I know I did when I did. I'm just saying, because that came off of somebody else's head. So yeah, that's the reason. That's one of the reasons why I don't braid my hair with the human hair very often anymore. Because when I do, I gotta pray over that hair, pray over whoever's hair it came out of, that no spirits attach themselves to me from me putting that hair in my head. I know y'all think but you know, it's real. It's real. You know, that's people pray over that hair sometimes. Then watching when you get that hair in your head, because even like when they have that hair that's coming from India, that you know, the Remy hair that's supposed to come from the temple, and you know, the women that cut their hair off as a religious, you know, ritual. But you don't know what happens. But after that hair comes off of their head, you just anytime. I'm just saying, human hair, pray over the hair. If you're a spiritual person, before you put it in your head. But back to this better woman stuff that we were talking about. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Sinister Cyborg. Everything that I'm hearing you guys talking about, it seems to be talking about how a woman dresses being part of their classiness. And you could be a woman of no character and dress real nice, and that's not going to make you a better class of woman. Not going to happen. And again, I'm not saying if you're going to have this conversation that you need to have been a saint, but damn, you know, if you've been to jail in the last 10 years for, I don't know, getting in a fight with your child, your adult child, I have to think about, does that make you a better class of woman? Were you reborn since then? You know, going through the anger management and everything, has that transformed you into this better class of woman? And I'm just sitting back here as an elder watching this nonsense, because you know, ain't nobody in my age group singing this stuff. You know, I know I don't look old. Bless the Lord, for He is good. And everything that I have experienced in my life is not on me. I have lived life. Life has not lived me. Okay? I've taken care of myself. Thank you for that part. Plus, black don't cry. But most of the people who are in this conversation, under the age of 55, you know, there's a few people, you know, and it's just crazy with some of the conversation coming from some of the older women. I mean, you know, the one who started this whole conversation. See, here's the problem with this. You're not in a position to be the one to have that conversation. You can talk about it, but don't use yourself as an example. You're not the example. That's what I'm talking about. You're not the example. You know, because the police ain't been to my house about me doing anything about any altercations with my son. You know, never been to jail. Knock on wood. would. And as I said, I got married in my 20s. So, yeah, I wasn't, my wild time was in college and in my teens. That wasn't much of a time, because I went through all of that and didn't come out with no children until I got married. And our version of dressing sexy ain't what how y'all dress today, because back then the only one walking around in lingerie in public was Vanity 6. But I'm sure if you're young, you don't know who I'm talking about. They were the only ones back then, and they were a music group. You see what I'm saying? Our sexiness was like me wearing a red dress that was on my thighs with a handcuff belt around the middle, with the gloves, the gloves with no fingers. Told y'all, I was in my 20s in the 80s and 90s. So yeah, so the stuff that we wore back then, and yeah, I would wear midriffs because, midriffs are never out of style. Every decade, there's a different type of midriff that comes out. But, back in my day, back then, the only ones who were wearing tops showing their midriff were women who had flat stomachs. We ain't have all this stuff that we see now, all this foolery, and that kind of dressing, wearing things that are not appropriate for your body. Now, that kind of dressing, I can agree with. But that's also about style that still has nothing to do with who they are inside. So, and what? So if you hung out in the club or whatever the Freaknik is, because they ain't had no Freaknik in California. By the time by the time I would have been in that age, I was on the West Coast. They ain't had none of that out here. So, yeah. Yeah, no, they ain't had it out here. But I guess, other parts of the country had that. So. Yeah, I couldn't even, I didn't know what y'all was talking about when y'all was talking about that. I probably was already married with a baby by the time Freaknik came along. I was probably married and had a baby. Yeah, I probably was. But see, here's the thing. When you're talking about being a better class or being a better type of woman, I think that's what you mean. Being a better type of woman. Again, that is something that we hope that we all evolve into as younger women. But you cannot force what it took you years to get to on somebody that's in their 20s or even in their 30s, early 30s, because you can't put what your experiences were onto this other person. You just can't do that. You can't decide that based on how they're dressed, that is giving a specific impression. Maybe it's giving that impression to you because when you dressed like that, that was the intent. But that's not what it's really not the messages that these girls, they, you know, they see the Instagram models wearing stuff, so they gonna wear it, whether it looks good on them or not. You know, and yes, I would agree that some of the stuff that you see people wear in the workplace, you know, the same kind of stuff that we would have worn back in the day. But have y'all not noticed that a lot of workplaces are way more casual than they were in the past, even in corporate? So again, the dress codes are different. And a lot of places do not enforce this crazy dress code. So yeah, you got people. I mean, I've worked for companies where we had offices in certain states where everybody would come to work in shorts and flip-flops. Not in California, but Florida. Yeah, the females will wear shorts too to work. So yeah, I don't know what to say. You know, obviously they weren't wearing the shorty shorts to work, but they were wearing, walking shorts and stuff. But they would wear shorts, or they would wear skirts that were, they would wear the little short sundresses and stuff, because it was hot as hell in Florida. Just because their style is not your style, just because of how they do things, it's not, when you were doing those same kinds of things, you got a certain reaction. Yeah, we know how men are going to react to how girls dress. But why are we making it their responsibility? Why is it the female's responsibility for a male's reaction? Why are we? Do you expect them people to start dressing like nuns? I'm not even going to dress up like a nun. I'm going to show leg when I want to show leg, show some stomach when I want to show some stomach. But you're probably not going to see me in no Daisy Dukes, because that's not my style. Never has been. And also, at almost 61, I wish I would be out here in some damn Daisy Dukes. I wish I would. Shoot. The day DC has on some Daisy Dukes, and she come online for y'all. Mm-hmm. Now I might come online and have on some shorts. Daisy Dukes on. And I'm probably not going to come on and twerk. Even though I can, I ain't doing it. I keep twerking for my man. Come on, son. Here, my son is ready to say hi to y'all. Say hi to him. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
All right. That's just not me. Besides, twerking is not really, that's y'all's dance. Back when we used to do the butterfly. Remember the butterfly? Y'all can't see my legs, but they're going, doing the legs. Yeah, that was the one we did. And it had, it had a little butt thing. There's a little twerking in it. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. That's just not, I don't know. I'm just not, I'm just not going to. Even if I was drunk, I would never get on here and be twerking my ass for y'all. Unless y'all paying for me to do it. If y'all are cash apping and super chatting for some twerking, I might have to reconsider it. Anyway, but just call me the woman over a certain age who's not getting up here and twerking for y'all. Now I already told y'all, after I get over 60, I'm gonna be like, I don't give a F. Can't nobody tell me nothing. So I might come twerking through here. But I'll be doing most of my twerking in the chat, like I do now. But this conversation about a better class of woman is comical to me from the standpoint that the people who are making the argument about a better class of woman have not arrived at what it is that they're trying to tell everybody else to get to. And therefore, you are not the elder, and you're not even the elder. You're not the older woman that should be really having that conversation, even though you think that you should be, because you just are just coming into being that. But girl, I've always been there. Ain't nobody see me, acting wild out in the streets and everything since I was in high school. I'm not the one you're gonna see out there starting a fight with another female, but I will finish it. If you come in my face, I ain't no damn punk, But also, I'm not the one who's up on YouTube, yelling and screaming and cussing women out. What is the point of doing all of that? We don't know each other. Y'all don't know me. I don't know you. And as you can see, I don't have a problem with camming up. My cam up looks just like my avatar, because we're the same person. I just have on more makeup in there. I just have on more makeup. That's it. But it's nighttime. It's nighttime. I'm not. Y'all, I make an effort. I don't come on here any old kind of way. I make sure I got a little lipstick on, a little eyeliner. I even, make my lashes look good for y'all. And, I usually put some eyeshadow on and stuff, but I don't just throw it together. I make myself presentable for y'all. But again, I'm not out here judging what other people do. Now if I had a daughter and my goddaughter, yes, I talk to them. And had those conversations with them, as did their mothers. Okay. But you cannot hold, these women, these young women, hostage to have, the same, to dress like they're 40 when they're 25. When I was 25, I dressed as a 25-year-old girl. I showed all the skin I was comfortable with showing. And that's what it's all about. If they're comfortable with showing more than you think is appropriate, that is their decision. You cannot decide because she's dressing in some of the trashy Fashion Nova that then she's trash because of what she's wearing. It's the style. It's this is what they wear now. Yeah. I wouldn't be wearing it. And yes, we do have a lot of times where you have people who are putting adult type of clothing on younger girls. But that's not who this conversation was aimed at. It was aimed at young women. And, a lot of young women, they're trying to figure it out. And they're trying to figure out what looks good on them and, what they're comfortable wearing. And so they're going to go through a gamut of things. But you cannot expect a 20-something-year-old or 30-something-year-old to dress like somebody in their 40s and 50s. It's just not going to happen. Because I even though I may appear to dress young as a senior, I promise you the stuff that I'm wearing now is not what I was wearing when I was younger. When I was younger, like everything I modify because of my age, not because I can't get away with it, but because of my age and because I'm I'm with somebody. Now, if I was out there trying to catch, I'm dressing to catch, but I'm not trying to catch. So I am out there. I'm going to dress, the way I dress. And I can't help it. Just like Uppity Unicorn can't help it. Certain women who have certain types of body cannot help that anything that fits them looks, a certain way. Like I got long legs, so when I wear certain things, they accentuate that particular part of my body. Especially if I wear the little short skirts. Or the little short shorts. But again, because I go with what I'm comfortable with, things that I was comfortable with, or the amount of skin that I was comfortable with showing when I was younger, I'm not as comfortable showing at almost 60. Even though, y'all, banging body, still got the muscles, still look like I'm going to the gym every day, even though I'm not. But I am working out, just not that same type of working out. But I'm not. Don't punish somebody who has a nice body and chooses to show it. And what you consider tasteful has nothing to do with what they consider tasteful. Your taste is not their taste. You cannot judge people, or you should not be judging people based on how they are attired. Even though I know that you judgy folk are going to do that anyway. You know me, I don't give a F. That's why I'm bohemian. I wear whatever looks good on me. And that's just about everything. So I don't care. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. And these young ladies should wear what they want to wear as well. Now, I'm about to get out of here because what time is it? 10:30? 10:39. And I will be back. Oh, thank you for being a member for 5 months, DOD. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, you prefer the little black dresses? Yeah, I haven't. I posted a picture maybe, what's that? It was before the panorama. That's the last time I wore the little black dress. And I posted a picture on my community wall. That was like a couple years ago. Yeah. I don't know when the next time I'll have on that little black dress at all. Have to find somewhere to go to wear the black dress. But I will be back. I will be back on here tomorrow. I'm gonna come live sometime tomorrow during the day. I have no idea what time it's gonna be, but I'm gonna come on tomorrow. I may do a coffee, a morning coffee with you guys tomorrow, because normally I get my nails done this Saturday, but my nail guy's gonna be out tomorrow, and I don't really like other people to do my nails, so I'm not getting them done. Probably home. So I will probably come through during the time when I'll be out getting my nails done and chit chat with y'all on here. But in about 30 minutes, I will be on the Purple Diva Den, and I'm gonna give you guys some verbal penetration with some spoken word, and continue with some adult conversation. So I'll see you guys in a little bit over there. But until then, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. It's the Purple Diva Den. And you'll know it's me because it's me. When I get ready to go live on there, I will post it on my community tab as well. All right, you guys. Let me get to my outro. See you guys. I'm out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out. Peace.